Hi, I'm Mike. Haying is due to start in just a few days. And to do that, we need equipment, specialized equipment that's only used here on the ranch for a couple weeks a year. Today, we're gonna get everything out of storage, gather it up, go through it, and start haying season 2019 on our Wyoming Life. You know, there really only seems to be two gears on the ranch: low and go to beat hell. Wintertime is almost a slower pace. We feed, we do chores, do odds and ends, but nothing is really time dependent. Then we get into calving, which really dictates kind of a pace of its own, depending on weather, nutrition levels of the cows, and their overall health. Some years, calving can come off without a hitch. Other years, you seem to run into issues every time you turn around. But the fact of the matter is that you never know what's going to happen until you get started. Welcome back to Our Wyoming Life. Hit that subscribe button, follow our stories. We continue on with our slice of heaven, a cattle ranch in northeast Wyoming. Each and every video, 3 times per week, we invite you to come along with us and explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. Haying season is a great place to start. If you like tractors, implements, tools, repairs, skinned knuckles, cursing, and occasionally watching a grown man have a temper tantrum, it's the perfect place to start. Our goal today here is to get all 3 of the haying tractors pulled out, then get a piece of equipment for each one of them, be it the mower, the rake, or the baler, and they're mainly going to be running attached to that piece of equipment, hopefully throughout the entire season of haying, and get them out in the light, and then we're going to actually go through them a little bit, see if there's any repairs that can be made from last year, make sure everything's good to go. So let's get started. We have 3 main tractors here on the ranch that we use during haying: a John Deere 6410, a John Deere 4055, and a John Deere 6420. Today, we're going to get started with the 6420. The John Deere 6420 is our main tractor here on the ranch. It's the newest one, and we use it almost daily. Throughout winter, it's our main feeding tractor, but during haying, it becomes our baling tractor. Last year, during haying, we actually lost the 6420 for most of the season. A hydraulic valve system went bad, forcing us to send it back to our local John Deere dealer for repairs. Repairs during the busiest season of the year, and of course, we didn't get it back until haying was done, along with a bill for nearly $10,000. Here's to hoping that this workhorse can finish the game this year. The 6420 is the newest tractor on the ranch, manufactured back in 2007 and originally purchased for about $44,000. It's a 4-wheel drive, rated at about 110 horsepower with a 4.5-liter diesel engine. The fuel tank on it is about 50 gallons. It costs $150 to fill it up, which we do every couple of days out in the field. Behind it, we'll be working our John Deere 568 baler, a round baler that creates bales that are about 1,400 pounds each, gathering enough food to feed 1 cow for about 45 days, or 45 cows for 1 day. This baler is equipped with a mega-wide pickup, which allows us to pick up more hay off the ground, increasing baling productivity and making more bales per hour. It's also a net wrap baler, encasing the finished bale in a tight netting that'll protect it, keeping it dry, and of course, keeping it together. The baler is controlled from inside the tractor with a monitor controller that allows the operator to control bale size, net wrap specifications, gate opening and closing, PTO speed, moisture levels, and managing error reports. Once the baler's out, we can actually take a quick look at it. We're going to run it at a low RPM speed, open up the back, and make sure that everything's still working. There are a few missing parts that we're going to have to get and replace, such as the guide rods that actually keep the hay pushed down. Other than that, it looks pretty good. We're going to grease it up and get it ready to go. Now that the baler's out of the way, we can start bringing tractors out to play. And we're going to start with the John Deere 6410, the older version of our 6420. This tractor came to the ranch in 1999. It's also a 4-wheel drive tractor and almost identical to the 6420, aside from a bit less horsepower, a smaller fuel tank, and an older transmission. Where the 6420 has an IVT transmission, or a variable transmission, which basically gives you unlimited gears, the 6410 has a 4-speed power shift transmission, giving you a total of 16 forward gears. This year, we're assigning the 6410 to the H&S Wheel Rake, a 30-foot wide implement that'll be used to gather cut hay from the ground, using these 36-inch wheels to move the hay the entire width of the tool towards the center, eventually dropping it into a windrow which comes out the back, ready for our baler to pick up and turn into that bale. The only problem we see this year on the H&S Wheel Rake is a flat tire. That is luckily easily fixed. Once we get out in the field, we'll make sure that the repairs that we performed last year, including welding the entire frame back together, hold. But hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Everything will go just fine. Before we can bale, or even rake the hay into a windrow, well, we need to cut it. Cutting this year will be our largest tractor on the ranch and one of our oldest, the 4055. This tractor was purchased in about 1990. It's a 7.6 liter 6-cylinder diesel. It has 16 forward gears and about 115 horsepower at the PTO. That PTO will be driving our mower, a 9 Rouse sickle mower, allowing us to cut 18 feet of grass in one pass. The sickles move back and forth along a guide, the grass moves into the teeth, and by moving across the guide, they act almost like a big pair of scissors, cutting grass cleanly and very close to the ground, allowing us to take advantage of even the shortest grass here on the prairie. At full speed, the sickle travels back and forth more than 2,000 times per minute, or 33 times per second, allowing us to cut grass fast and efficiently. And that's the name of the game out here as we get going with all of our haying and cutting grass on the prairie. We have to move fast because this is dry land farming where we normally don't have any issues with wet hay. When we bale, we want the moisture levels of the grass to be between 12 to 16%, and because of that, we can't make silage. Our grass here isn't wet enough to create the fermentation that it takes to make silage. In fact, it's usually a race just to put up hay that still has enough moisture to just not disintegrate in the baler and turn to dust. Oftentimes we can cut in one day, we're gonna rake that same day, we might even be baling the next. And if it's really dry, you'll find us many times baling out in the middle of the night to take advantage of cooler temperatures and higher moisture levels from the dew. Haying, well, it's just another race on the ranch, trying to outrun Mother Nature, and sometimes even in a breakdown, it may be a race, but it's all about adaptation, making it work with whatever we have. If we lose a tractor for some reason, then it becomes about time management as we try to get it fixed. We may bring out the old International and use that, who knows. While still, we have to bring in the harvest for the cows. Without a successful harvest, all this equipment, well, it's just a giant waste. It's another year of having it on the ranch and paying for it and not using it to its full advantage. And as nice as it looks, it's a really expensive lawn ornament that you don't really need to pay for. The saying is, make hay while the sun shines, which really just means take advantage of the chance to do something while the conditions are good. Make good use of your time, and make the most of your opportunity while you have a chance. But it really means get to work, which is what I really need to do. We're going to get back here, we're going to start greasing, finish fixing that tire, cleaning up the sickles. There's all kinds of stuff to be done here within the next few days as we get ready to hay. Make sure you subscribe, come along with us this haying season. We've got some cool surprises in store for you, some special guests coming out to give me a hand, also the opportunity to drop you right into the driver's seat and let you make a few rounds in the tractor this year. We've got a whole lot more coming, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here's to thick hay, no breakdowns, and of course, a bumper harvest. I'll see you next time. Until then, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in On Wyoming Life.